Hello and welcome back to Ice Station Zero. This is my PlayStation collection. It's released in North America in 1995. I never owned one at the time. I had the N64 instead. And I wasn't very aware of it because I was only 8 years old. In its later years, however, I used to go over to a friend's house and watch him play it. His older brother had one. I used to watch him play some of the classic RPGs like Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, and Xenogears. And I was very intrigued by these. Somewhere around the year 2000, I lost interest in Nintendo. Wasn't impressed with the upcoming GameCube. The screenshots and information I was seeing of it in Nintendo Power at the time just didn't interest me. So, I wanted to see what I was missing with Sony. So, for Christmas 2000, I got a PlayStation 2. Now, I have a PS2 video on my channel, so it talks about all the games I have of it and a little information about the system and my opinions about the games. So go check that out if you're interested. But why I bring up the PS2 in this video is that because it was backwards compatible with PS1 games. Let me grab this. In order to save your games if you're playing on a PS2 or a PS1, you need this, which is a PlayStation 1 memory card. Yeah, so as you can see, it's gray like the original PlayStation 1 console. Excuse me. Don't know. Doesn't say how much it holds, but I don't have that many games, and it holds all the ones that I need it to. So, with that said, let's jump into the games that I have for the PlayStation 1. Okay, the first game I have is Metal Gear Solid. And, like I said, I was getting into the PS2, and Metal Gear Solid 2 was about to come out, and I was so excited for it. I subscribed to the official PlayStation, US PlayStation magazine, and I was so excited for the Metal Gear Solid 2. I had the demo that came with the magazine. It also came with Zone of the Enders if you bought or rented that. So I played it a bunch of times. So it was super cool. So I wanted to play the original, so I went up to Target and bought it. It's an amazing game. It's innovative. It's fun. It's stealth action. And it has amazing story and cutscenes. As a staple of the game is the cutscenes. Very cool game. Love it. Don't know which is better, 1 or 2. 3 was pretty good. 4 was pretty good. 5 looks like it's going to be cool. But this is probably my favorite Metal Gear game of all time. And I've played 4 of them. So, very cool game. Next, Final Fantasy VII. Okay. As mentioned earlier, I used to watch my friend play this, so I knew I had to have it. It's an RPG. He plays a variety of characters fighting back against the evil Shinra Corporation. Now, I never beat it, but I do know how it ends. A lot of people know the character that dies at the end. It's very sad. It's kind of iconic ending. Although I've never made it past the first disc. But I would like to play this game all the way through one day. Next, GTA 2 or Grand Theft Auto 2. It is a 2D top-down view, drive or walk around the city doing missions for the Mafia game. Me and another friend rented this when it was new and thought that the open world aspect was very cool, which it was. Little did we know at the time that it was going to get even cooler with Grand Theft Auto 3 on the PS2 when it introduced 3D graphics. Again, this is 2D top-down view. GTA 3 was 3D. open world, and that really made the game, this series, super popular. This, while it had a following, wasn't nearly as popular as the later games in the series, but this is still pretty cool. I don't play it that much, but it was cool at the time. We had fun back in the day. Okay, and next is Tekken 3. It's regarded as the best Tekken game ever. I haven't played all of them. I've only played this one, 6, maybe 5, maybe 2, maybe the first one, maybe even 4. Yeah, but this has a very high ranking on Metacritic and GameRankings.com. I used to be a big fan of fighting games, not so much anymore, but this is a really good one. It's fun. The graphics are a bit dated, but the control system and fighting, how deep it goes. If you're a hardcore fan of fighting games, you've probably played this or know about it. It has a very deep fighting system, and yeah, like I said, I'm not really into fighting games that much anymore, but yeah, it's cool. Okay, ironically enough, I have another fighting game here, but this is a very unique fighting game. It's called Bushido Blade. If you haven't heard of it, it's one-hit kill, which makes the gameplay very interesting. I haven't played it that much, but it looked cool, that's why I got it. And I like that they tried something new with it. Next is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Big fan of the Tony Hawk series. I was never a skateboarder in real life, but I'm very good at the Tony Hawk series, at least I like to think so. And this is the first game in the series, started it all, and it's cool. It's one of the better entries in the series. All the levels are very memorable, although they did introduce some new features in later games in the series. For instance, in 3, they introduced the manual and the revert. So if you came down after doing a trick on a ramp or off a rail or whatever, you could reverb as you landed and keep the trick going. You could manual, or you could grind, go up to another ramp and do another trick, and you could loop your tricks that way and get super multiplied points. This is awesome. I kind of mastered that one summer when I was playing Metal Gear Solid 3, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's just a really fun game. If you haven't played it, I recommend it. Next, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Not as good as the first or the third, in my opinion, but still pretty cool. Good soundtrack. It's focused a little more on street skating, but instead of vert, which is like using half pipes and ramps and stuff like that. I kind of prefer half pipes and ramps. Next is Crash Bandicoot Warped. This is my favorite of the Crash Bandicoot games. I've played this one, the first one, maybe the second. I played the fourth one that was on PS2, which wasn't very good, but this one's awesome. Tons of fun. It's a platformer. If you haven't played it, it's really fun, really easy to get into. Again, it's a platformer and lots of replayability. Next, XJet Motive. This is a fun racing game. You're on these like jet ski like craft that hover above the water or the ground. But one thing you should know about this game is that it's super challenging. Very challenging. There's 20 racers in each race, and I never placed in the top 10. I haven't played this game that much. I'm sure it's possible to get good at it, but yeah, I'm not one that is. Okay, and lastly, Megaman X4. Cool action platformer. I was never that big into Mega Man, to be honest, but I do own this one. What I really like about it the most, and this might be kind of weird, but is the graphics. There's some of the screenshots right there. Just the 2D side-scrolling. I don't know if it's cel shaded. It's probably not, but just that style. That if you played a Megaman game, you know what I'm talking about. Kind of like Super Metroid, which is my favorite game of all time. But kind of different too. But I just love the graphics in this, and the gameplay is really fun. But I never went really deep into this game. So thank you for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, and look out for future videos. They are coming. Yeah, and I know I said that I would post a video in February. It's now March, and I'm just getting this up now. I didn't post a video in February, but sorry about that. And yeah, I actually filmed the video and then accidentally deleted it, so I had to redo it here today. But yeah, I do have more videos planned, so look out for them in the future. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.